What is the maximum horsepower for a John boat? If you are curious about how much horsepower a John boat can handle, you are in the right spot. Understanding the maximum horsepower for these boats is key to ensuring safety and performance. The maximum horsepower for a John boat can vary quite a bit based on its size, design, and the manufacturer's specifications. For smaller John boats, typically those that are around 12 to 14 feet long, the horsepower ratings usually range from 5 to 15 horsepower. For instance, a common 14-foot John boat might be rated for a maximum of 10 to 15 horsepower. However, some smaller models may only be rated for motors between 5 and 9 horsepower. These ratings are important because they help maintain safe operation and stability while the boat is in use. When it comes to larger John boats, which often have wider bottoms and sturdier construction, they can accommodate more powerful motors. Some of these larger John boats, with a beam width of around 52 to 56 inches and a weight of about 490 to 540 pounds, may be rated for motors that can reach up to 40 to 60 horsepower. However, this is not the standard and usually applies to boats designed for higher speeds and heavier loads. It is essential to follow the manufacturer's maximum horsepower rating, which you can typically find on the capacity plate or in the owner's manual. Exceeding this rating can lead to safety issues, reduced stability, and an increased risk of capsizing or damaging the boat. While some boaters may attempt to fit a 200 horsepower motor on a 14-foot John boat, this practice is highly unsafe and not recommended for regular recreational use. Such setups might achieve high speeds, but they can compromise the boat's buoyancy and structural integrity. From a practical standpoint, most anglers and recreational boaters find that motors in the 6 to 9.9 horsepower range provide adequate power for John boats used in smaller lakes, ponds, and rivers. These motors strike a good balance between speed, maneuverability, and fuel efficiency without overloading the boat. Additionally, smaller motors help keep the boat stable in no-wake zones and shallow waters, which are common fishing environments for John boats. To summarize, small John boats that are 12 to 14 feet long typically have maximum horsepower ratings between 5 and 15 horsepower. Larger or wider John boats may be rated for motors up to 40 to 60 horsepower, but this is less common. Always check the boat's capacity plate or manufacturer guidelines for the specific maximum horsepower rating. Following these guidelines ensures safe and enjoyable use of John boats in fishing and recreational boating contexts.